Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Own Your Light Tarot. Doing a morning message for the collective, what we need to know most at this time for this day. Thinking of making this a series. Let's see what's going on, what we need to know most. To kick off our day, what do we need to work on to move ourselves to a happier space? You know, I'm feeling a really big shift in the collective today. Felt like I jumped timelines or something. It was very strange. Well, hello. How are we going to get to a happier space? Yeah, milk and honey. Okay. This is what I mean. We are shifting, and I feel like there are aspects of ourselves that we need to address that are coming up. Why? Coming up. Triggers, whatnot, but things are coming up to be released. So that we can move into that milk and honey state. We can move into our happiness. One more for the collective. Here and now, bottom of the deck, chaos and conflict. That's another thing. I feel like this is something that is kind of on its way a bit, but it's the final shed is what I'm hearing also. It's a horse. It's actually a zebra dressed as a giraffe. So maybe it's not even a horse. There's a horse under there. A horse with stripes. That's called a zebra. But it's under there, and it's all about authenticity. It's about, like I was saying, shedding the old skin, the old you. We are going through a tremendous shift right now, and it's freaking uncomfortable. It's going to get more uncomfortable because these triggers are going to be coming up. Again, the stuff that is the most difficult for us to release is the stuff that's pushed way down there. And so that's the last to go. And so that's going to be the most energy that is needed for that upheaval. You know, there might be this experience of why here. When I look in the Akashic records and go, what is going on? Why do I have to go through this? Happiness is here. We have to shed what the old is to get to the new, to get to the joy. It is all about getting present though as well. What still needs to be healed? Being able to hear what really, really is going on from the inside. You can't be in the headspace of the past or the future. It's about getting very, very present right now. And also recognizing, like when an emotion comes up, it is a signal. Those emotions are there to signal what is going on inside of us, what needs to be healed and worked on. I have a new deck here. I'm going to call this Trigger Tarot. Shadow Work Oracle deck. I'm going to pull a card for that, what we need to know most. They can be a little rough sometimes, so let's see. Forgive self, accept what has happened, and give yourself grace to make mistakes. Absolutely. That is part of it, is the forgiveness of self, forgiveness of others, the letting go. Letting go of anything that, resentments or for this is saying accept what's happened and give yourself grace to make mistakes, forgiving the self. But I feel like this is about collective forgiveness as well. Every single one of us came here to learn lessons, and we're going through a huge, huge shift, and it's a process. Forgiving oneself is massive in being able to move forward. Sometimes oftentimes if we're pointing fingers or saying, the blame game or whatnot, that's got to go first of all. But when we're starting to blame ourselves or say, well, maybe it was me, that's a good thing to go through. But then you have to go through the process of understanding what was learned from that, and then letting go and that, of any of those, negative feelings, shadow work, shadow feelings, dark feelings about self. Don't beat up on yourself. Try to back it up and see it for what it is. Why you've gone through the certain processes that you've gone through, experiences you've gone through in your life, and what it was there for. Why it was there to what it was there to teach you. You're not supposed to hold on to the negative emotion associated with it. Don't become that negativity. Okay, it's all for the sake of the lessons learned. Know that this was all coming up for you to release, to heal, to grow, become the best version of yourself. And oftentimes we repeat lessons. Let's get some angel messages. Okay. Let me know if you like these. I'm thinking of having one of these for each morning, the best I can, just for the collective, for guidance and healing. I don't have the format down yet, so it's probably a little bit loose and sloppy right now. I figure out what works and what doesn't, but thank you, angels, archangels. What do we need to know? Time to breathe. Thank you, angels. I breathe with ease, knowing you are here. You know, also that taking that time for yourself in this chaos and conflict. Open your heart, Archangel Shamuel. Thank you, Shamuel, for moving the barriers around my heart. Opening up. Speak your truth. Move your bodies on the bottom. Yeah, all about being, that speak your truth too, Archangel Gabriel. All about authenticity. Being who you truly are. Having the courage to do that. You cannot find happiness unless you're in your authenticity. It's literally impossible, because there's too busy trying to be something that we're not, and the energy is going into that instead of shedding all of that and being ourselves and being honest with ourselves as well. That's part of the forgiveness too, being honest, but also forgiving ourselves for not being who we, you know, authentically are. Oftentimes we don't even realize we're doing it. We've been so conditioned. But this process we're all going through collectively right now is all about becoming who you were meant to be, exactly who you are from the inside out. That's why my business is called Own Your Light too. You cannot find your happiness on the outside. Going from the outside in doesn't work. You've got to move from the inside out. Taking that time to breathe. I feel like the here and now, and that, you know, time to breathe. Really taking those moments for yourself to center, to balance, opening your heart. We're going through a huge heart chakra activation right now. Heart chakra opening so that we can connect with our light, and then getting into a space of confidence and self-love so that we can share that light, speak your truth. Thank you, Gabriel, for helping me to speak with integrity. Anything that is being said for the sake, or, you know, of pleasing others or giving them what they want, whether it's a boss, a friend, you know, a lover, whomever, is not authentic. It is a level of self-betrayal, which takes me back to this: forgive yourself. Because if anybody is feeling that, like they've betrayed themselves in some way to try to please others, there's a letting go in that, and a letting go and forgiving of self for that needs to take place. Okay, let's get some more. Healing angel cards. I'm trying to remember what these are called. This is like one of my first decks, this angel. Healing with the angels, something like that. I know it's a Doreen Virtue deck. Let's see. What do we need to know, Mouse, for the collective? The answers are always going to come down to self-love. We've got new love here. Okay. And that can deal with finding a new way to love self as well, but it also can be once you get into this space of being authentic and releasing what doesn't serve you anymore. Milk and honey is here. That happiness is here. New love can come in that is in alignment with who you truly are from your heart space. And then you can just be you. Just, you know, you never have to try to be something. It's just, you see it all the time. Especially, you know, I've got kids that are a middle schooler and a high schooler. Now, they're pretty strong in, you know, who they are. But I'm seeing a lot of it, especially at the middle school level. Soulmates on the bottom of the deck here. You know, you see it really, it starts earlier than that, but you see it really pronounced, like big, and you know, at that time. And just even the kids walking around, the things that they wear, and everybody copies stuff, no matter how ridiculous it is. Right now, everybody's wearing pajama bottoms, and I'm like, what is going on? But it's all like, oh, well, if, you know, somebody who was cool decided it's cool, then we're all going to do it. And that's like, okay, not wearing your own skin, right? I mean, that's an extreme level of it at a very young age, but that is what we end up getting really conditioned into. Like if I'm not fitting in somehow, I'm not enough. And so, you know, if we get conditioned into that, it's hard to undo. We've got to get into that space where we can shed that skin, undo those conditionings, social conditionings. Be honest with who we are and not be afraid of what other people think of us. That's the big thing, is who cares? Like, I don't care what people think of me, right? This is saying down here, new love, dreams, and enchantment. You might be connecting. This is taking us into the love realm. Soulmate, bottom of the deck. You might have a soulmate waiting for you, and it has everything to do with you getting into your authenticity. Whoever this is resonating for. Because new love is here. You might dream about them. Enchantment. You know, this is all about that, not really playfulness, but that, getting into that realm, especially next to dreams. You know, there can be such an enchanting aspect to dreams. There's something very, almost, what's the word? Not mystical, almost more mythical, honestly, like this enchantment, this, like, there's something that is very like, oh, you know, that these two little soulmates, they're little angels coming together. Archangel Michael under there, under the soulmates. Archangel Michael is the one who is in charge of the twin flames, by the way. I feel like this is all about this shift that we're making. You know, you make the changes here in healing oneself, opening that heart, but really opening the heart space to yourself. And then new love, something that's right, that feels all the way to this level of enchantment. It feels almost like, you know, like Disneyland love. It's just in La La Land. There's something about that, with the dreams especially. You might be dreaming about your person, dreaming about a love. I also heard dare to dream. It's part of manifestation. Something that is different than what you've ever experienced is on the other side of this healing process. Very much so. Take time for you, love on you, forgive yourself, and then your soulmate, someone who is in alignment with that love, that self-love, and they have self-love. There's an equal give and take then that can come in. And it might feel enchanting. It might feel like that on cloud 9, because nobody has to be, you know, on under those circumstances. You know what I mean? Like on that sort of that energy that you put out, that you've got to, you know, do this, do that, wear this, wear that, look a certain way. What it's just being you, and being loved because you are being exactly who you are and who you were meant to be. You were born this way. And it's so important to be accepting that, especially in moving forward to where we're headed energetically. Okay? All right. That was your morning message. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you like these. I will continue to do them and kick off the day with these for you. And yeah, you've got something beautiful coming. Remember, when you step into the office or into the grocery store or whatever you do today, be you. Be absolutely you, okay? Loving to self, and work on letting go of any mistakes, anything that's coming up that needs to be released. Let it go. Love yourself, okay? As always, I'm wishing you much love and light. Mwah. Have a wonderful day. Take care.